How capitalism quietly fucks your money. Look, let me start with something uncomfortable. If you feel like you're always behind with money, like you're working, trying, budgeting, but somehow never catching up, yeah, that's not because you're stupid. And it's not because you don't want it bad enough. It's because the system you're in was never designed for you to feel finished. And before someone types "just work harder," no. That advice is part of the trap. Let me explain. The first trick: making you blame yourself. Capitalism is very good at one thing: convincing you that everything is your fault. Low savings? You should have been more disciplined. No investments yet? You should have started earlier, living paycheck to paycheck? Well, you must be bad with money. But notice something. Wages barely move. Prices quietly climb. Rent jumps. Subscriptions multiply. And suddenly, just existing costs more every year. Yet, the message stays the same. Try harder. Try harder with what exactly? If the game keeps changing but the rules for you don't, that's not personal failure. That's design. The second trick is the comfort trap. Oh boy, this one is sneaky. Capitalism doesn't just sell products, it sells relief. You're stressed? Buy something. You're tired? You deserve a break. Bad day? Treat yourself. And look, I'm not anti-enjoyment. I like nice things. I like comfort. But here's the quiet part no one says out loud. Most people aren't buying happiness. They're buying emotional silence. That coffee, that delivery app, that upgrade you didn't plan for. It's not about the money. It's about escaping discomfort for a moment. And capitalism loves that, because it turns stress into revenue. And look, if any of this is clicking, even a little, if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, that's exactly what's been happening, then honestly, you're already ahead of most people. I make these videos for the people who feel that quiet pressure but can't quite name it yet. No hype, no fake motivation. Just breaking the money game down the way it actually works. So if that's you, stick around. Alright, let's keep going. Third, why being average is a dangerous goal. Here's a weird thing. You're taught to aim for normal. Normal job, normal car, normal lifestyle. But normal today is financed, leased, subscribed, and delayed. Normal means debt you don't feel yet, payments you'll forget about, and obligations that quietly limit your future choices. Nobody tells you that average living requires above-average income now. So people do the logical thing. They stretch, a little more debt, a little less margin, a little more stress. And suddenly, freedom disappears. Not dramatically, but quietly. Now the next one is the hustle lie. Yeah, this one you've heard it. Just grind, work harder, sleep less, side hustle your way out. Here's the issue. More effort doesn't fix bad math. If your income barely beats inflation, if your expenses rise automatically, if your time is capped, you can hustle forever and still feel stuck. Capitalism loves hustle culture because it keeps you tired enough to never question the structure. Dizzy people don't revolt. They scroll. Why you never feel caught up. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt financially done? Not rich, just stable. Yeah, exactly. That feeling is rare on purpose. There's always a new expense, a new upgrade, a new standard, phones, cars, lifestyles. The finish line moves quietly, so you keep running, thinking you're almost there. That's not motivation. That's extraction. Now don't let me start with the education myth. They tell you, go to school, get a good job, everything works out. What they don't say is, school teaches compliance, not leverage. Jobs pay for time, not ownership. And most people never learn how money actually moves. You're trained to earn, not to position, to save, not to scale, to obey systems, not to design exits. And no, that's not a conspiracy. It's just convenient. Why investing feels scary? By design. Ever notice how investing is framed? Risky, complicated. Leave it to professionals. But spending? That's easy. One click. Capitalism would rather you be a perfect consumer than a confident allocator. Because once you understand money flows, once you stop fearing numbers, you stop being predictable. And predictability is profitable. So the biggest trap is thinking this is normal. Because this is the most dangerous belief of all. That's just how life is. No, that's how this version of the system works. Struggle isn't a moral requirement. Stress isn't proof of effort. And being tired all the time isn't success. But if you believe it is, you'll defend the system that drains you. So what do? And no, not quit society. I'm not saying escape capitalism and live in the woods. I'm saying stop playing unconsciously. Build margin. Reduce forced spending. Learn where your money leaks emotionally. And prioritize ownership over appearance. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be intentional. Capitalism wins when you're reactive. You win when you're deliberate. Final thought. Listen closely. If this video made you slightly uncomfortable, good. That means you're seeing the game, not just playing it. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not behind because you failed. You were just never taught the rules. And once you see them, you don't unsee them. That's when money stops quietly fucking you. And if you don't want to keep feeling confused about money, if you want to understand the systems before they squeeze you, then yeah, this channel is for you. I am Noir, the Rich Raven. I'm going to keep breaking this stuff down slowly, honestly, without pretending it's easy or selling you a fantasy. So subscribe, not because you're desperate, but because you're done being unaware. I'll see you in the next one.